If you are new here, welcome. I'm Jess, and today we're doing another episode of things that my husband thought I was crazy for doing, but actually ended up paying off. We are talking the magical, the infamous, wonderful 10-item wardrobe. Creating an extremely minimal capsule wardrobe was my first entry point into minimalism. It was my first lived experience with the truth that I have come to learn over and over again, and that is this: more choices does not mean more freedom. Oftentimes it leads to decision fatigue, overwhelm, and if you're anything like me, still wearing the same clothes every single day anyway, even while your closet is bursting with pieces. Picture this: I am 6 months postpartum. I feel like I have nothing to wear. Nothing is fitting me right. Everything comes along with feelings of shame, identity, confusion. I'm leaking. Nothing was working. And I come across a TED Talk by a woman named Jennifer L. Scott. She is the one who made the famous TED Talk about the 10-item wardrobe. And she talked about how in Paris, when she was living there, she noticed something. People didn't have huge closets. They didn't have massive dressers like in America. They had small armoires, and these beautifully dressed Parisian women who wore their clothes with honor and dignity and style, they wore the same things over and over and over again. And I can attest to this because in my early 20s, I lived in Florence, Italy, and I noticed a very similar thing. The apartments there didn't have huge closets. They didn't have a lot of clothes, and the Italian students I would interact with usually tended to wear similar things over and over, but a lot of them were better dressed than me. And I thought, am I missing something? Because I brought suitcases worth of clothes overseas because I thought that that was what I needed. It was in fact not what I needed, and that is what I'm sharing with you today. If you are someone that feels like getting dressed feels shameful, overwhelming, just plain stressful, and you want to bring more simplicity and ease in your life, the closet is a magical place to start doing that. What is a 10-item wardrobe and how does it work? Very basic. It works like this. You have 10 core items. These are your core pieces. And then you have accessory items like workout clothes, pajamas, some nursing tanks, bralettes, underwear, things like that, extra socks for the winter. Now, depending on where you live and what your lifestyle looks like, you may have more than 10 items, less than 10 items, more accessory items, less accessory items. But the entire purpose of it is not to make you feel restricted. It's actually to bring more freedom into something that we all have to do every day: get dressed. So in today's video, I am gonna share my spring and summer 10-item wardrobe, go through each piece, and then I'm gonna dig a little bit more into the meat of how you can create your own, plus answering some frequently asked questions. All right, fashion show. This one has pockets. Boom. This is one of my favorite dresses of all time. I've had it for years. It's from Neuflora. I have done the impossible. All of these pieces that you see here, I love, I feel beautiful in. They're functional for my life, but here's the kicker. I can be pregnant, not pregnant, nursing, and fluctuating different sizes, and I can still wear every single piece. That's my American dream. I live in a place where it gets ridiculously hot. For a lot of the year, it gets into the triple digits. And so when I think about preparing for summer and taking care of my clothes, I'm not just thinking about my clothes, I'm thinking about my body and the sweat that I will be producing. And I want to say thank you to today's sponsor, Lumi. Lumi was invented by OBGYN Shannon Klingman. It has been clinically proven to block body odor all day and help control BO for up to 72 hours, but it doesn't do it using toxic ingredients. And that's what I love about this brand. They are non-toxic body care. That works. I am pregnant. I will be postpartum. This might be TMI, but anyone that has been in there knows that you sweat and your liver is doing a lot of work. So sometimes you smell. As someone that has literally tried so many non-toxic body products. Like for the last decade of my life, I've tried so many. It is very difficult to find ones that work and that don't irritate my skin. Something I love about Lumi is that they're skin safe. They don't use baking soda, which baking soda always irritates my underarms. It gives me red irritated bumps. Cruelty-free, vegan, and pH optimized, so you can use it anywhere in your body. This is the Invisible Cream. It is my absolute favorite product. Can y'all see it? And I love the lavender sage. They come in 8 different scents, including unscented, which is a great option, especially if you have like a sensitive pregnancy nose. I take a little bit of the cream, and I've tested this on all my outfits. It does not stain your clothes. So none of that weird stuff that happens on white shirts, none of that. I just rub it into my, I'm glad I'm doing this actually. Oh, that smells so good. The lavender sage is my favorite. Just my pregnancy nose, I love it, it's fresh. Starter pack bundle is a great deal for new customers. It comes with a full stick deodorant, a cream deodorant or spray deodorant, 2 free products like the wipes or mini body wash, free US shipping, and for my viewers, Loom is offering an additional $5 off when you click the link in the description box below and enter code JRothley at checkout. That ends up being over 40% off. I love using non-toxic products. I love using non-toxic products that work. If you guys want to try that out, check the description box below for all the deets. Thank you, Lumi, for sponsoring today's video. Now that I'm smelling nice and fresh, let me show you the rest of my wardrobe with my accessory items. There are 2 pieces that I own that no matter where I wear them and when, I get complimented on them. This is one of them. These overalls right here. Look at that. They're so flowy. They got the bow, easy access for nursing. It's fantastic. I wear them when I'm not pregnant, but they're also so cute with the bump. You can't go wrong with overalls, y'all. You can't go wrong with overalls. Case in point, I have 2 pairs of overalls. This thing, there are no rules, okay? I don't have a pair of jean shorts. I barely wear jeans as it is, but I have 2 pairs of overalls because I love overalls. They're darling. And if you need a little extra room, just unbutton it. That's what I do. No shame here. Leave it unbuttoned. Who cares? Who cares? This one has pockets. Room for snacks. Let the ruffles show. Ruffles. I love this dress. It makes me feel like sunshine. So, I have got 2 pairs of shoes in this wardrobe. My Earth Runners. If I'm not walking barefoot or in these, I can just slip into my running shoes that I keep with my winter wardrobe. But I am walking barefoot all the time. I know it's kind of weird. You can judge me. I'm just a barefoot person, and I have a barefoot kid. So, there you go. And then if I don't want to look like that, and I want to look like a civilized human being, I have my nicer-ish sandals. Some Steve Maddens I've had for years, and I wear them like to church, to parties, if I want to be out and I don't want to look like a cave person. And then I have a couple of like workout tanks. They basically will double as maternity tanks. They're kind of ratty. Gardening work, working out, long walks, that kind of thing. A pair of pajamas and a pair of workout shorts. I also have 2 bathing suits. So I have my baseball cap. I also have a wide brimmed hat that's being borrowed right now. And then I have 2 bathing suits, a 1-piece and a bikini. And then I have my little fanny pack here. I have 2 purse-like items. I don't own purses, but I have this fanny pack I've had forever. I love it. It's a Lulu little fanny. For walks or for like short errands out, I keep some snacks, my phone in here, the keys. Or we have our diaper bag, which is just a backpack. And my husband has that right now. And then I have naturally a few bralettes, underwear, socks, things like that in my drawer. But who needs to see those? Let's start about the why. Why would you create a 10-item wardrobe? Why would anyone want to create a more limited wardrobe? In my experience, what I personally found in my life is that there was something extremely freeing about the idea of choosing what I absolutely loved and minimizing the other options. And I think about this in other areas of my life. Think about your schedule. Think about the amount of food options you have. Oftentimes we think more choices would be better, but in my experience, what I found is that it's actually a lot more enjoyable to have less and the things that you have be things that you really love, you really enjoy, to have a more minimal schedule where you're not completely overrun, but the things that you've committed to are things that are absolute yeses for you. It's not about restriction for restriction's sake, which means that it doesn't have to be 10 items. If you have a closet full of 1,000 pieces like I did a few years ago, and you're thinking, there is no way I can make a 10-item wardrobe. There's no rule book about what you have to have. The point is not that you need to have these pieces. The point is that you go into your closet and you ask yourself, are my clothes contributing to the way that I want to feel in my life? Is it causing more stress and chaos in my life? Or does it make me feel like I can do my life better? I can feel beautiful and functional, that I don't feel my body is wrong or shameful, and that getting dressed is a simple, low stress experience. It actually took me a full year decluttering my closet to get to the point where I realized that this is actually really all I needed. I got rid of about 50% of my closet first. And then I would do declutterings, and I kept decreasing and decreasing, and I kept finding that I still didn't need that many clothes, and I was still not wearing all my clothes. And now I'm to the point where I find that this is the perfect amount for me, but what works for someone is not gonna work for everyone. So I technically have two 10-item wardrobes. I have one for warm weather and one for cold weather, because I live in a place where it gets really, really hot for a long period of time in the middle of the year, like triple digits most of the week. But in the winter, we get down to the low 40s very frequently. So it's just a really big range to take care of. And so what works for me is to have two capsule wardrobes. Release the idea that you have to hold on to pieces of clothing that tell you that your body's not right, or you used to be better in some way, or you should be this person. We don't need that. That's a heavy burden to carry around. Wearing clothes should be fun, it should be functional, it should bring us life and joy. The next question I get asked a lot is, aren't you bored wearing the same things over again? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, just like genuine. I have never been like a fashionista person. And I tended to wear the same things anyway, over and over again. However, I will say, I'm not married to these 10 items. I don't have to wear these for the rest of my life. If there comes a point where something is no longer serving me, I do not have a problem letting it go. And if it's a wise decision for me at that time, financially, whatever, to replace one of the items, I do it. This is not rules to be restricted and suffocated by. They're boundaries so that I can live more peacefully and simply. But I do not get bored. I find that I wear these clothes way more often than when I had 1,000 pieces. I wore sweats every day. I still wear sweats a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But I wear my real clothes way more than when I had a million things in my closet. Another common question and objection I get has to do around laundry. Aren't you doing laundry all the time? I pretty much do 2 loads of clothes laundry a week for the whole family. And I throw everything in. That hasn't super changed that much, to be completely honest. And I find that it's a very streamlined process to wash and put clothes back. Like, it's not overwhelming because we have so few clothes, because my daughter also has a capsule wardrobe. I hope this video was helpful for you, but ultimately helped you to think about your own life and how you could create your own wardrobe that lends to a life that is more in line with your values and what is important to you. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for trying on clothes with me and the babe. I'm just so grateful that you're here, and I will link my other 2 videos on 10-item wardrobe for more info, more inspiration, more thoughts, maybe something to put on in the background while you declutter your closet. I will put them below. And thanks for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy spring!